Mr. Masako Zulkifli. Let's give him a big warm welcome, please. Very good morning to our guest of honor, Minister Masagos. It's always a pleasure seeing you. Thank you for gracing the occasion, sir. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning and welcome to the Asia Clean Energy Summit 2018, or ACES for short. My name is Harjit Singh, privileged to be your MC. ACES is Asia's leading event focusing on clean energy technology, policy and finance. It is supported by leading government agencies, research institutes, and industries in Singapore. The ACES Summit aims to provide a common platform for regional thought leaders in both the public and private sectors to collaborate on critical issues and opportunities in harnessing clean energy for the future. This year, we welcome the International Off-Grid Renewable Energy Conference and Exhibition, or IOREC in short, organized by the International Renewable Energy Agency. It is a global platform for sharing experience and best practices on design and implementation and enabling policies tailored for finance schemes, innovative business models, and technology applications for standalone and for mini-grid systems. The event begins at 10 a.m. at the Simple Junior Ballroom, which is located just beside where we are, my right, your left if you're facing me. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, to begin our morning's proceedings, it gives me great pleasure to invite the chairman for the Sustainable Energy Association of Singapore, Mr. Edwin Q, for his welcome remarks. Mr. Q, please.
Our guest of honor, well, a bit of frog in my throat. Our guest of honor, Mr. Masagos Zulkifli, Minister of Environment and Water Resources, Mr. Adnan Amin, Director General, Irina, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, friends, ladies and gentlemen, very good morning to all of you, and welcome to this joint opening ceremony of the Asia Clean Energy Summit and International Renewable Energy Off-Grid Conference. May I, on behalf of the Sustainable Energy Association of Singapore, or SEAS for short, and our various partners, warmly welcome all our distinguished speakers, exhibitors, sponsors, visitors, and delegates to this annual Asia Clean Energy Summit 2018. ACES is organized annually by the Sustainable Energy Association of Singapore and co-organized by our esteemed partners, the Solar Energy Research Institute of Singapore, or SERIS, and the Solar Energy Research Institute, or the Energy Research Institute at NTU, or ARIAN. This year, we have an excellent lineup at ACES featuring Clean Energy's Dialogue, Solarizing Singapore and Asia, Unlocking Solar Capital Asia, and the Financial Summit and Digital Transformation. We are also very honored to host 4 prestigious conferences as part of ACES, and these are the International Floating Solar Symposium, or IFSS, PV Asia Scientific Conference, and the Asian Conference on Energy, Power and Transportation Electrification, or ASET, and Asia Energy Storage Conference. We have also the honor of hosting 3 co-located events, which are the International Off-Grid Energy Conference and International Conference on Renewable Energy for Healthcare, organized by IRENA, Asia Wind Energy Conference, organized by the Asia Wind Association, and Energy for All Investor Forum, organized by the Asian Development Bank and SEAS. Ladies and gentlemen, the subject of climate change and its effect globally, I'm sure is foremost in all our minds and those of us sitting here today. The recent UNFCCC report looking at the impact of global warming did not mince its words in warning all of us of the catastrophe this planet is headed towards if the temperature rises beyond 1.5 degrees. And this is 1.5 degrees above the pre-industrial level. Southeast Asia, unfortunately, is one of the most vulnerable regions in the world, where 19 out of 25 most threatened cities will be submerged by sea level rise in Asia. Climate change has already caused sea level rise and more extreme weather conditions. If you look at the recent hurricanes in the US and typhoons in Asia, which are the worst over the last 25 years. We have also droughts, bleaching of the coral reefs. Other threats include the decline in food production, impact of our marine ecosystems, as well as health-related risk, with air pollution not to mention the international economic catalysm it will cause. Much urgent work is therefore needed by all nations to reduce emissions and significant change in energy use and lifestyle patterns if we must avert further catastrophic events. Despite political climate in some countries, a transition towards renewable, clean technologies and energy efficiency is nearly a must. This, thankfully, has been enabled by grid parity prices of renewable electricity in many countries, coupled with growth and deployment of storage technologies. We hope this will continue to scale up the urgent adoption of renewable energy and energy efficiency across all geographies. Another driving force has been the ambitious leadership from large corporations globally to go 100% renewable within the next 10 to 15 years. Most recently, we were heartened locally by the announcement of our own bank, the Development Bank of Singapore, or DBS, to go 100% renewable by 2030, with an eventual goal to extend this to 100% of their global operations. Beyond such just renewables, we are very encouraged by the growing trend of traditional oil and gas companies expanding their clean energy portfolios. It is in this transition and enabling multi-energy systems, together with the digital technology, that will transform the sustainable energy landscape. At ACES, we don't just highlight the problems, but also share viable solutions, successful case studies, and give you an opportunity to meet these companies and individuals at the conference and exhibition so that learning, collaborations, and even joint ventures can happen to help us solve the problems we need to mitigate and adapt to climate change. Alongside the thought leadership and knowledge sharing at ACES, we also have an exhibition where you can meet renewable energy and energy efficiency companies, not only from Singapore, but from all around the world, who are showcasing their technologies and services on our exhibition floor. We are very honored to have 35 European companies who are exhibiting as part of the EU Business Avenue program. I would encourage you to use the various tools and apps available, set up meetings with all exhibitors if you have not already done so. This morning, I'm also very happy to announce that we have expanded the scope of ACES to include, encourage, and help startups that are instrumental in bringing innovation and disruptive solutions much needed in our sector. We ran a competition earlier this year. We were heartened to receive 50 outstanding entries from startups from all over the world. 12 of them have been shortlisted to pitch to an expert panel to win an award provided by Enterprise Singapore worth Singapore dollars 50,000. You can visit these 12 startups at our innovation arena on the exhibition floor. In closing, I would like to thank again our Minister Musagos for gracing ACES, our partners Ariane and Ceres for the invaluable partnership, and iPromo for the unwavering support. We at ACES would like to thank our many supporters and sponsors, and to our partners, the Asian Development Bank, the Singapore Economic Development Board, the Energy Market Authority of Singapore, and Enterprise Singapore. Our special thanks and appreciation to the following sponsors who have made our life as organizers much easier. We can sleep much more peacefully after getting their support. We'd like to thank Red Dot Power Private Limited and Vision and the Sunseed Group, who are our lead sponsors, and our associate sponsors, DNVGL, Energetics, and Wärtsilä. Dear sponsors, your support has been invaluable, and we thank you very much for that. We look forward to your continued support in the years to come. Finally, I wish all participants a successful and fruitful ACES 2018. And to our foreign visitors, please enjoy your stay in Singapore and all it offers. I would recommend that those of you who have not tried, please try our unique hawker food and the many unique cross-cultural experiences. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Q.